Hey there, Improv Tipsters. Welcome back to Improv Tips, where I and some of the best improvisers in the world give you improv tips and advice to make you a better, more confident, and happier improviser wherever you are in your improv journey. I am, as always, your host, Paul Valancourt. Let's begin. Man, oh man, do I have something special for you this week. Sean Taylor is our guest improv tipper. Now, Sean has been performing for nearly 20 years and teaching for nearly that long. He is one of the principal owners of the Bay Area comedy venue called Made Up Theater. His improv team, Five Play, has a stack of awards from around the country, and most near and dear to my heart, he is the host of a weekly YouTube series called Mutt Tips, where he breaks down different improv ideas and concepts every week. What a fantastic idea. But this isn't just another guest improv tipper. No way. This is our first ever full-on collab. Sean made this tip that you're going to see here in a minute, and I made this tip, ding ding, for Mutt Tips, and it is, if I may say so myself, a banger. So it comes out this Wednesday. Please go check it out, and while you're there, check out all their great improv tips. You will not be disappointed. I am a fan for sure. And if you're a fan of improv tips, maybe consider, subscribing to this channel and liking this video, and maybe even commenting about what you think about what Sean says in this video, and also what you think about the channel in general. Tell me what you're thinking about improv overall. That's what I'm super, super interested in. Sean's tip today is about connecting with your partner. Connecting with your partner, one of the simplest, most basic, and most powerful things that you can do on stage. If you are connected with your partner, the whole endeavor is much more fun, much easier, and if you're not, well, you know how that goes. So without any further ado, let's hear it from Sean. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Sean Taylor.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sean Taylor from the Made Up Theater, and thank you so much, Paul, for allowing me to contribute to Improv Tips. I really appreciate it. I love the series a lot. And today I want to talk to you about 3 ways to connect in an improv scene, because that's the one thing we strive to do within the first few lines of a scene, and as it moves forward, we want to connect with each other. And there could be times where it's like, man, we're not connecting at all, We're not being affected by each other's choices. It's kind of difficult to build something together. And we're like, why? Why is that? And I want to just kind of go over 3 ways that I connect with my scene partner, not just on the stage, but off the stage as well. So firstly, when I'm teaching improv, I really like to encourage students to love their scene partners. And you could define that love however you want in a scene. It could be platonic, romantic, family-based. You can even assign a number to it, like a level 1 low-level love versus a level 10 extreme love, anywhere in between that. Because if you love your scene partner, things just feel so much more personal. Like they affect you so much more. Rather than, I define relationships in improv as love you relationship versus F you relationship. F you relationship is very common of just like dismissing each other's ideas, not being affected by them. There's almost like nothing keeping us together on stage. Why wouldn't one of us just leave the room? Like, it doesn't matter. There's no stakes to it. Whereas if you're in a relationship based in love, if somebody says something to you, that's kind of an F you moment. They say something that's pretty much like F you. If you love that person, it affects you so much more. You feel it in your bones, in your soul, and it leads to such honest remarks and responses. Now, you might be in an improv scene with somebody and you don't feel that sense of love towards your scene partner. Maybe the relationship doesn't really warrant it. And like, for example, maybe you're going into a shoe shop and you're trying to buy shoes from a shoe salesperson. That's the interaction. And yeah, naturally, there's not really going to be a lot of love attached to that. Like maybe it's a transaction-based scene and you're with somebody who you've never met before. So like, how does that connection stay strong? Well, in the scene, find something to love. Maybe the reason you're going to get shoes is because of love. Like you're trying to get a really good job, your dream job, and you need the best shoes. You want to feel comfortable in there. So maybe if your feet are comfortable, you will get that job. Or you're going on a big date with somebody who you really like. You want to make it work. So you need to feel comfortable with those shoes. That sense of love and wanting something is going to help influence choices with the shoe person, right? This person who's just selling shoes, they don't have a connection to you, but you're going to have a connection to them because you want something and it's inspired by love. One of my favorite examples of this is from the movie Step Brothers, where John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell become stepbrothers because their respective parents marry each other, but they hate each other. And the hatred that they feel is motivated by love. They have love for their respective parents, and they see the other person as intruding on their territory. They're trying to break up their family, even though they're becoming a family. But at first, it feels like an intrusion. And the fun of that movie is to see how their love motivates their disagreements and hostile attitudes towards each other. And even though it's an FU relationship, it's an FU relationship motivated by love, love for their parents, and love for what their lives were. And as the scene progresses, the movie progresses, it just becomes such a fun moment when they finally do have a love you relationship. When John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell come together, do we just become best friends? Yup. And that is like such a rewarding part to see that evolution get from an FU relationship motivated by love to get them to a love you relationship that's also motivated by love. My next tip about connecting to your scene partner is choose to love something about them. There's a little bit of a theme going on here today. It's all about love. In a scene, you might think, man, this relationship isn't really strongly defined, or there's nothing personal attached to it. Nothing feels big. Like you're two office workers just in like a break room having coffee. Nothing really big about that. It's kind of casual, kind of mundane. But you can inject a relationship choice in there and bridge that gap by stating an I love statement about your partner. Maybe it's an I love statement about their personality, their character, about something they just did or something they just said, or something about their appearance. Like, for example, you might say, I love how you pour coffee. It's such a really strong, consistent stream. No splatter anywhere. It just all goes in the cup. That's like such a connected line, and my partner has a huge gift to respond to. And now this relationship feels bigger. It's not just some acquaintance scene. There's something going on here. We're going to discover what it means, but we've, dropped a seed into the scene that we can grow. Another thing about that is it's a positive statement. I love statements are inherently positive. And I always tell people sometimes at the beginning of a show, start with some positive scene. Start getting each other, liking each other, have fun energy, set the tone of the show right at the top. And I love about your partner or about what's happening. That's a great way to begin your show, and it's a great way to connect to your partner. And my final tip is bond through love. This is more for off the stage rather than on the stage. Improving your relationship with your teammates off the stage will definitely benefit your interactions on the stage, especially when it comes to connection. This is a game that I like to play with my students as well as my troupe. It's called I Love, where you get in a group of, 5 or 6. You could do it as a big group too if you want. And somebody starts by just saying I love and something specific and true that you love, that you feel comfortable sharing. So you don't want to make it super limited, like I love hiking. Make it more specific. For example, I love hiking in the rain, and I can add more specifics by adding the word because. I love hiking in the rain because I love that feeling of like I might slip and almost die. There's kind of like a thrill attached to it, especially when it gets kind of foggy and it feels like I'm in a movie. There's some specifics there now. And somebody in the circle is going to take focus and start a new I love statement inspired by what was just said. They might do an I love statement about hiking or being in the rain or like finding thrill, anything like that, or about a horror movie, whatever they want. They're going to find some type of connection through I love. And you're just going to kind of go back and forth, starting with I love. And, the game might evolve too. I tell people, let the game evolve if it feels right. Like you might start asking questions, or you might have a tangent conversation. Whatever, just go with it because it's something that the group decides upon, and that's something you should follow because that's what we're going to replicate on the stage. Bond with each other through shared experiences because that is going to definitely, influence the way you interact with each other on the stage. Bond through love. And those are my tips about connecting. Hope they were helpful. Thanks once again, Paul, for bringing me on here today. I really appreciate what you do for the improv community. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Hey friends, thanks for checking out the video. And if you want to hear a little bit more, check out one of these 2 quality videos. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and follow us on social media. All the links are in the description down below. And let me know what you would like to see an improv tip about. Thanks for watching.